Imagine you're a goalkeeper. You've just made an incredible save. The crowd is going wild. You've got the ball in your hands. And then a referee walks over and starts counting at you like you're a toddler who forgot to clean their room. That's basically what's happening in football right now. And players are not happy about it. FIFA has introduced a new rule targeting goalkeepers specifically. And it is shaking up the game in ways most fans haven't fully understood yet. We're going to break the whole thing down in under 5 minutes. And by the end, you'll have a very strong opinion about it. Trust me. Here's the problem FIFA was trying to fix. Let's go back in time a little, because this rule didn't come out of nowhere. For years, and we're talking decades, goalkeepers have been doing something that is technically against the rules but was almost never punished: holding the ball for a long time. The old rule said a goalkeeper had 6 seconds to release the ball once they picked it up. 6 seconds. That's not a lot of time. Except, nobody was actually enforcing it. Referees would look the other way. Goalkeepers would hold the ball for 10, 15, sometimes 20 seconds, and nothing happened. It became one of football's worst kept secrets. The rule existed on paper. It just didn't exist on the pitch. So, what is the new rule exactly? FIFA and IFAB, that's the International Football Association Board, the people who actually write the laws of the game, decided enough was enough. Starting with various competitions rolling it out in 2024 and into 2025, referees are now being instructed to actually enforce the 6-second rule properly, consistently. And to help them do that, they introduced a visible count. The referee raises their hand and starts counting, fingers up, one by one, so the goalkeeper can see exactly how much time they have left. In theory, this is just enforcing a rule that already exists. In practice, it feels like a completely new world. Why do they call it the 10-second rule? Great question. And here's where it gets a little funny. The rule is technically 6 seconds, but because referees start their visible count after a small delay, giving the goalkeeper a moment to get their bearings after making a save, the whole sequence can feel closer to 10 seconds from the moment the ball is caught. So fans and pundits started calling it the 10-second rule, even though the official countdown is 6. Football fans are not always known for their precision. Shocking, I know. Either way, 6 seconds, 10 seconds, the point is the same. Goalkeepers now have a clock on them. A very public, very visible clock. And they don't like it. Why are players so angry? Let's be real for a second. Goalkeeping is hard. You've just thrown yourself across the goal, possibly taken a boot to the ribs, and now you've got to immediately decide what to do with the ball, while 11 opposition players are reorganizing and sprinting toward your teammates. Goalkeepers use those extra seconds for a reason. They're scanning the pitch, looking for options, letting their team get into position. It's not laziness, it's tactics. And now there's a referee standing next to them, fingers in the air, counting down like a game show host. It disrupts concentration, it adds pressure, and if you go over the limit, the other team gets an indirect free kick inside your own penalty area. That's basically a free shot at goal. You know the type of situation that creates chaos every single time. What happens when the time runs out? This is where it gets really interesting. An indirect free kick inside the penalty area is genuinely dangerous. The ball has to touch another player before going in, but from 6 yards out, with a wall of players, smart teams can absolutely score from those. And we've already seen it happen. Since enforcement got stricter, there have been multiple high-profile moments where goalkeepers ran over time, gave away the free kick, and their team conceded, directly or indirectly. So now goalkeepers are nervous. They're rushing decisions they used to make calmly. They're booting the ball upfield when they should be building from the back. They're basically playing scared. And the scared goalkeeper is a team's worst nightmare. Is it actually good for the game? Here's where opinions genuinely split. On one side, yes, absolutely. Football has a serious time-wasting problem. Top-flight matches have historically featured embarrassingly little actual ball-in-play time. Anything that speeds the game up, keeps the ball moving, and punishes deliberate time-wasting is a good thing. The rule was there all along. It just needed teeth. On the other side, this particular enforcement method feels awkward. Watching a referee count on their fingers while a goalkeeper tries to think is a bit strange. It changes the rhythm of the game in ways that feel unnatural. And honestly, if your big solution to time wasting is stressing out goalkeepers, you might be solving the wrong problem. Some coaches have pointed out that outfield players waste far more time than goalkeepers ever did, with slow throw-ins, fake injuries, and goalkeeper kicks that take forever. But those aren't getting the same attention. So there's a whiff of inconsistency here that the football world has noticed. What are teams actually doing about it? Smart teams are adapting, and fast. Goalkeeping coaches are now drilling quick release routines into their players. Training sessions include timed scenarios where the keeper has to identify a pass within 5 seconds. It's essentially adding a new skill layer to an already incredibly demanding position. Some teams are building their entire pressing game around this rule, forcing the goalkeeper into a rushed decision, winning the ball high up the pitch and creating chances that simply didn't exist 2 seasons ago. So, while the rule makes individual goalkeepers uncomfortable, it's also creating new tactical possibilities, which is kind of the best case scenario for any rule change. Back to that goalkeeper on the ground, remember where we started? That keeper, ball in hands, crowd roaring, referee counting, that moment used to be a brief pause in the game, a breath, a reset. Now it's a countdown, a decision, a risk. The core idea here is actually simple. FIFA wanted to reclaim lost time and punish deliberate stalling. They found a rule they already had, dusted it off, and told referees to use it. That's it. But football is a game built on rhythms and habits, and when you change even one small habit, the ripple effect is enormous. The question worth sitting with is this: if referees had enforced the 6-second rule consistently for the last 30 years, would football look completely different today? Would goalkeepers be faster decision makers? Would the game have more end-to-end action? Or would teams have just found another way to waste time? Because they always do. If you're the kind of person who likes understanding why football works the way it does, not just what happened, but why, hit subscribe. We break this stuff down every single week.